Hello and welcome to another Tips for China video. Please visit www.tipsforchina.com for everything you need to know about using a VPN in China. You can find VPN reviews, recommendations, and speed tests all done in China, as well as some great discounts and promotion codes. Hello, in today's video I'm going to be testing YouTube streaming speed from China using some top recommended VPN servers for connections in China. Right now it's 10:30 in the morning and I expect that I should be able to get up to 4K resolution, but more importantly I will be doing another test later this evening around 10 p.m. when the network connections out of China tend to be more congested and VPNs don't work very well in general. Anybody who's used the internet in China between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. will know what I'm talking about. And the internet connection that I'm using is from China Telecom, and it's a standard residential 100M fiber optic connection. The VPN servers that work the best for me here in Guangdong province of China using China Telecom are StrongVPN HKG 301 or 302 on OpenVPN TCP, Expressvpn Hong Kong 3 on OpenVPN UDP, and VPN AC Hong Kong 1 on OpenVPN TCP. And you'll find if you're using VPNs in China that some will work better with TCP and others will work better with UDP, and some will work better using certain port numbers, so it's always best to try all of the different options available to you. So first of all, let me explain what I'm doing here. I'm going to take a video using my camera of a computer monitor which is playing a YouTube video. Now in most of my videos I usually use a screen recording software, but my CPU is not fast enough to handle 4K video and running the screen recording software at the same time, because those are both very CPU intensive processes. And I should mention that it doesn't actually make sense to be playing 4K resolution video from my computer because this monitor has a resolution of 1080p. So I'm just doing it for the sake of testing which VPN servers could handle that kind of resolution. Now if you play a video in YouTube and you right click, you will see this menu. And you have some options. If you choose Stats for Nerds, you will see some statistics that we're interested in looking at. If you would like to try this test yourself, I will leave a link to this video that I'm using as the test video in the description of this video. Once you choose Stats for Nerds, this is what you will see in the upper left corner of the screen. The statistics that we're interested to look at is the resolution and the streaming speed and the buffer health. The first VPN server that I'm going to test is StrongVPN HKG 302 using OpenVPN protocol TCP with the scramble option enabled. And as you can see on the screen here, this is how you configure the settings with StrongVPN. You'll have to actually go on the website and log into your account to do this. You choose VPN account summary, change your server to HKG 301 or 302 if you haven't done that already, and then click on change config, and then change the protocol from UDP to TCP and enable the scramble option. So these are the settings that I'm using. And I forgot to mention, after you've changed the settings or the server using the website, you will have to actually log out if you're using the Windows software. Not only exit the software, but actually log out and then start the software again, log into your account, and then finally your settings will be updated. StrongVPN is not really my favorite in terms of their software and stuff like that, but this Hong Kong server is excellent, and that's basically why I'm using StrongVPN, is for this server specifically. This is StrongVPN HKG 302 on OpenVPN TCP. Okay, what are we at here? 1080p. Do that for 15 seconds. Oh, it's already went to 1440. Let's try 4K. So as you can see, it's working very well. Very fast streaming speed, around 18 megabits per second. Buffer health is good and no problems all the way up to 4K. Next up, we have the famous Hong Kong 3 server from Expressvpn. And with Expressvpn, their software works very well, very user-friendly, so no complicated procedures to get on this server as there was with Strong VPN. Just simply open the settings and go to all locations, find Hong Kong 3, change the protocol to UDP, or if you just leave it on automatic, the default setting, it will use UDP anyways, so quite easy to set up. And let's see how the streaming speed is. Expressvpn Hong Kong 3 on OpenVPN UDP. We're in 1080p. Oh, there it says 1440. Let's start with 1080. Not sure what's going on. Do 1080 for 10 seconds. 1440. Well, it's not quite as fast as the Strong VPN server. No problem up to 1440, but I don't think it will quite handle 4K smoothly. Let's just try it and see. And it looks like it can't quite handle the 4K without buffering. So almost, but not quite. Next up, we have VPN AC, China users Hong Kong 1 with OpenVPN ECC on port TCP 8088. Now this server is very good and very fast, but it's not very reliable. It sometimes will not work, but when it does work, it works very well. VPN AC does have another server which is more reliable, Hong Kong 2, but it's not quite as fast as this Hong Kong 1, and it's probably only good for up to 720p. VPN AC, Hong Kong 1, OpenVPN TCP. Let's put it on 1080 first. 10 seconds, 15 seconds, I think. To 1440. And let's try 4K. It looks like it can just barely handle 4K. I think about the minimum you need for 4K is 15 M streaming speed. Welcome back. It is now 10 p.m. and we're going to retest the same VPNs on the same YouTube video and see how they perform. I don't think we'll be getting any 4K resolution at this time, but I'm hoping we can at least get 720 and maybe 1080. 10 p.m. retest of strong VPN using the same settings. 9:58 p.m. strong VPN HKG302. $720p. $1080p. Well, 720p is okay, but the speed is not quite fast enough for 1080p. And it's actually dropped down a bit, down to about 1.2, now up to 1.6 M. So let's just give it a few more seconds and see what it does. No, I don't think that's quite fast enough for 1080. $10 p.m. retest of Expressvpn Hong Kong 3 using the same settings. 10:01 p.m. Expressvpn Hong Kong 3. $720p. $1080p. I would say that is just barely fast enough for 1080. $10 p.m. retest, VPN AC, OpenVPN on TCP 8088, same settings as before. 10:05 p.m. VPN AC, Hong Kong 1. $720p. Well, the speed is a little bit unstable, kind of up and down. Not really fast enough for 720p, although it is speeding up now, and maybe it's just fast enough now to watch 720p smoothly. And now it's back down to around 1M. It's not going to keep playing. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in trying out any of these VPNs, you can check the links in the description, and you will also find any discounts that might be available on the Tips for China website for any of these VPNs. I should also mention that all three of these VPNs are available with a money-back guarantee. You can try StrongVPN for 5 days, Expressvpn for 30 days, or VPN AC for 7 days. Absolutely risk-free. If you're not satisfied, or for whatever reason, you can get a full refund without any problem. I'm just going to go through my conclusions on what I thought about this test. So in the daytime, all three of the VPNs worked quite well. StrongVPN and VPN AC were a little bit faster and were able to stream the video in 4K. But during the nighttime test, that's where you can really see the advantage of Expressvpn, because even at 10 p.m. The speed is quite steady. It was not lower than 2M, average I think around 3M, whereas with StrongVPN and VPN AC the speed was kind of up and down, and it could do 720 but not really 1080. So in summary, I would say Expressvpn Hong Kong 3 is the best server overall if you account for the reliability of it, but you can often get better top speeds with the StrongVPN HKG 302 or VPN AC Hong Kong 1. For more information on VPN speeds, VPN testing from China, you can check the Tips for China website, and you will find more information there.